feel it in our bones. When we see a plant, we feel good. Somehow that makes us feel happy and content. And when we see barren land, we feel bad. It's something inside us. So everything starts from the soil. I was in US with my husband, and just one day he asked me where I wanted to live, and somehow it came out that I wanted to go back to India and have a farm. I'm 63 now. We've had the farms for the last 15 years. Females, but so content, so happy, no? They were all males, not fighting, nothing. This Chandwaji is about 100 acres. It's a regenerative farm. We started almost nothing here, only stones, and it's become very green now. I'm a botanist, so that helped. The Allan Savory method that made the whole picture come alive for me. It was like a jigsaw puzzle where some pieces were missing, and as soon as the cows got integrated into it, the picture became complete. This is an arid climate. The rains come as monsoon rains only for 3 or 4 months. And that is one of the reasons we say that cows are needed here to make the mineral cycle go. I started looking for the cows that were indigenous to this area. And at that time, I only knew about Tharparkars. It has a very heavy body. It used to pass through the thar.
For a grass, it doesn't fall down. It has to be eaten. This carbon has to actually fall down on the land. And it is the cows that will actually move it.
And I really understand it on a cellular level now. If you remove cows from a land like ours, you would desertify it. Actually, the decomposition that I'm talking about, the mineral cycle, it happens in the stomach of the cow. And that is why so many cows are needed. So you are actually, stabilizing the whole ecosystem with that. And only cows can do that, I think.
By the movement of the front legs and the hind legs and the intestinal contents, agriculture comes forth. That means they have to walk, they have to dung and urinate, and then you have to farm on that land.
We have 180 cows here, and they are very tightly bunched together. Why? So when the cows go in a very tight herd, they soil one small part of that land, and the rest of the land is still fresh. How we are adding fertility to the land is a very specific system we are following. We rotate the cows, we don't let them stand on the same plot of land for more than 12 hours. We leave the gobar and mudra, we never pick it up. And thirdly, we rest the land after that. We don't bring the cows back until the land is regenerated.
वो एरिया को वो अबैंडन करती है लगभग 3 महीने के लिए. तो उससे क्या होता है, जो ग्रास है वो ग्रो होने के लिए सफिशिएंट टाइम मिलता है और वो रीग्रो हो सकती है. तो उसके लिए उनको बंच में होना आवश्यक है और एक जगह से दूसरी जगह मूव होना भी बहुत आवश्यक है.
We decide where they should be at this particular moment. That is what we call planning, planned grazing. To plan the whole thing. It's a bigger village. You may be having 50 cows, you may be having 100 acres, each of you having 50 cows and 100 acres. We will all sit together and plan where our cows should be.
Dung comes right from the cow onto the ground. It is a source of food, water, and so many microbes, so many insects, so many dung beetles.
ये डंग पैड है और ये डंग बीटल ने ये मिट्टी निकाली है, तो ये सारी मिट्टी है। तो ये सारी मिट्टी उन्होंने नीचे से ऊपर लाई है और ये डंग है उसके बॉल बना के वो रोल करके अंदर ले जाते हैं। ये तो बहुत बड़ा डंग बीटल है, इसका होल बहुत बड़ा है। ओह, देयर आर सो मेनी। ये जो है ना छोटे छोटे।
So how many dung beetles your land has or earthworms it has shows how fertile that land is, how biodiverse that land is.
See, shoot this. This is the medium size. अब ये होल को फाइंड करेगा और घुस जाएगा वापस इसके अंदर। गया। इससे पोर्सिटी ऑफ द सॉइल बढ़ जाएगी और इकोलॉजी बेटर और बेटर होती जाती है। पूरा जो इकोलॉजी है वो इससे रिलेटेड है। किस तरह से पहले डंग पैड गिरता है, फिर डंग बीटल्स आते हैं, फ्लाइज आती है, इंसेक्ट्स आते हैं, फिर उनको खाने के लिए बर्ड्स आती है, तो बर्ड्स बाकी चीज़ें भी खा लेती है।
What will happen is the soil will become spongy. The floods are less, drought is less.
ये अच्छी मिट्टी है, इसमें सॉइल एग्रीगेट फॉर्म हुए हुए हैं, आप जड़ देख सकते हैं। तो भी हम एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं और देखते हैं कि क्या ये मिट्टी बिखर जाती है पानी में जाने के बाद। तो ये बिल्कुल बिखर नहीं जाएगी, खुद की जो शेप है वो बना के रखेगी लंबे समय तक। और कितने समय तक ये ऐसी ही रहती है उसके ऊपर निर्भर करता है कि वो मिट्टी कितनी अच्छी है। अगर ये तुरंत बिखर जाए तो वो बहुत अच्छी मिट्टी नहीं है। सो इट्स कॉजिंग पोल्यूशन। जिस बहुत अच्छी सॉइल नहीं है वहाँ की मिट्टी बह के जा रही है क्योंकि वहाँ टिलिंग की हुई है बार बार।
You know, after studying everything, I was convinced that it will have to start from the soil. If your soil is not healthy, the plants are not healthy. The plants are not healthy, you're eating those plants, you are not healthy, your animals are not healthy. So it has to start from healthy soil. And healthy soil can only be built by taking care of your land and making sure the 4 ecosystems are functioning properly. The first ecosystem process is the sunlight flowing through the plants.
Because we have to understand that all the sunlight shouldn't hit the ground directly. It should be intercepted by different architecture of leaves.
Second one is the water cycle has to function, which means the water that falls from the sky, it all seeping through and forming the underground water system. The third thing is the mineral cycle, which means composting has to happen. The function of a land is to compost. And the last one, it has to have biodiversity. Which means lots of millions and millions of what we call germs, microbes, then insects, plants, animals, larger animals, and we humans too. A single monoculture land is not a healthy land. It cannot be. That biodiversity actually causes the land to come alive because all those insects are also producing mal, whatever, excreta.
इनके मल से भी गंदा हो जाता है, तो अच्छा है ना हमारे पेड़ों में लगता है तो केले आते हैं.
Eat more locally. There are things that locally you can find that village people are easily eating. And it's easily available. For example, there is a cactus that grows here, thor.
ये जो जयपुर का क्लाइमेट है थोड़ा सा एरिड और ड्राई क्लाइमेट है, तो इस क्लाइमेट में ये जो कैक्टस है ये कैक्टस बहुत इजीली ग्रो हो जाता है. इतनी हार्श क्लाइमेट में भी सर्वाइव करता है. ये यहाँ का जो लोकल न्यूट्रिएंट है वो आपको दे देता है. ये डांसरे का पौधा है, ये बकरियाँ भी खाती है, गाय भी खाती है. इसमें जो फल आते हैं इसकी बहुत अच्छी चटनी बनते हैं. ये बैंगन की पौध लगाई है, ये भिंडी है, ये आर्या ककड़ी है, ये काचरी है.
Did you see? Love it.
पम्पकिन के शूट्स काम में लेते हैं. अब ये जो टेंडर शूट है आगे जा रहा है, जो इतना शूट लग करके इसकी सब्जी बनाई जाती है.
See, we are learning every day on this farm. This plant, which is Bhumi Avla, It's very good for the liver, and it's got these tiny fruits at the base. Some Veds come sometimes and say, you know, this was not seen before. ये रोजेला का प्लांट है, जो पत्ते हैं उनकी सब्जी बनती है और चटनियाँ बनती हैं. It's delicious. ये अपराजिता का बेल है. Just love the color. To paint it. It's a legume, so it fixes nitrogen, climbs anywhere, looks beautiful, self-seeding air, and it has lots of antioxidants in the blue color actually comes into the water, and it makes a beautiful tea. They're very mineral rich, so a little bit goes a long way. We produce about 200 to 250 kind of food. That includes masalas, sabji, fruits, and millets, all kind of grains, even small grains, wheat, everything we do. And whatever we can consume, we consume. The rest, we run a farmer's market where it's sold to people who want to buy it. Most people think कि ऐसी शक्ल का हम नहीं खाएंगे, but these are the things that have the minerals. अपन लोग ना white wash करके सब्जियां खा रहे हैं. When you look at nature, it is too complex for us to understand.
We are a collection of functions, and we are also a part of a bigger function.
The whole system is to understand its functions. It is the thread that binds all the species.
Yeah, the cow is meant to graze.
On our farm, only 15 to 20% is actually under cultivation. The rest of the land we keep either wild as forest, or it is grazing land for the cows. What I want to find out is that there is a difference between wealth and money. I feel very wealthy eating from here, because wealth means feeling rich. It's different from having money. Money can't always feed you good food, how much ever you pay. With the abundance that we are seeing on the land, there is a certain sense of great security, and all our managers are feeling that, and we feel very fulfilled and very content with our lifestyles and with our what we are eating. You don't need much masala, much oil to cook it. It cooks very quickly. It is just live food. You feel lively. You have energy the whole day, and it tastes delicious. It just feels good. It has given me a lot, more than what I have given it, I think. When we pay with our folk, we determine what the farmer is going to grow, because he is controlled by the economics of his land and his life. So the city dwellers will have to at some point come together and say, we want to grow this kind of food. What do we do now? Maybe encourage your own farmer to grow the food you want to eat, or have your own farm. But some people would have to come back to the land, I feel, to be able to have healthy food. There is no other way. So are you happy with the health you have? If you are, then there's nothing to worry about. If you're not happy with the state of your health, then look into the food that you are eating.